8:45 is the time here on this Friday morning. Today, we are seeing just how vulnerable and connected our digital world really is this morning.
Joining us now is former FBI agent Scott Agenbaum with more on this global tech outage. Can you kind of just put in your own perspective, how are you feeling waking up, seeing everything that's going on based on your knowledge, your expertise?
I feel like I'm living in a bad movie today. As a retired FBI agent, I always think the worst, but it is almost the worst today. There are outages all over the world. I have a friend in India who just called me this morning, said everything is down. I had another friend, the airlines are down, and I'm looking into this. And, you know, the first thing I think it's foul play, but it looks like it was nothing more than a software update that caused this outage.
So how can we prevent this kind of thing? How can a company or even a person protect themselves for when this kind of thing actually happens, from this just turning their entire world upside down?
From an individual user, it's almost impossible. I'm a public speaker. If I was waiting for a flight today, I don't know if I would have gotten onto it. We have to wait for the companies, and that's why it's so important that large organizations realize that we're in an interconnected world, and if one system goes down, do they have backups in place to get on? A lot of investigation is going to be required to get to the bottom of this to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Hey, Scott, do you think folks that just really underestimated how interconnected we are, and understanding that you have friends in India, we have folks here in the United States, and then we had some updates from folks who were stuck in Milwaukee, you know, from the Republican National Convention trying to get back home. It just feels like a mess.
It is a mess. And, you know, I hate to say it, I think worst case scenario. When we talk about infrastructure, we're talking about power systems, we're talking about oil refineries. Let's even bring it down even more basic to healthcare organizations. These healthcare organizations have all of these interconnected systems. What if all of a sudden something like this happens during the middle of an operation? It's really scary to think about how connected we really are.
All right, last question for me, and that is, they've come out and they said this is not an attack. Obviously, our world has been going through a lot of different changes over the last, few days. We've had an assassination attempt on a president. We've got another president that's going through, some challenges, shall we say, with his own party. There's a lot of people who are going to jump to conclusions with this. You are a former FBI agent. They say it's not an attack. You believe that this is truly just a software glitch?
Well, I have to go with that, but I'm always thinking, because listen, software needs to be updated because of information security vulnerabilities. I always start to worry, what if somebody, a cyber criminal, a nation state, gets in and can impact the code? We've been talking about that for years in the creation of code. Again, I use this term all the time, and I'm tired of using it. It's another wake-up call. This could really have turned out to be something really bad, and only time will tell.
All right, only time will tell, but certainly another wake-up call for sure. Retired FBI agent Scott Agenbaum, thank you so much. I feel like we could just ask him question after question, but unfortunately, we have to wrap up and go to co-meteorologist Greg Bovis.